everybody. Welcome back to the Healing Table. I'm Grace,
I'm Julia.
and we have a special guest with us today.
We have our auntie here.
Thank you, Auntie, for coming on today for our episode. Today, we're going to be talking about double standards. Within our culture, this happens in a lot of people's culture, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. What I mean by double standards is, for example, growing up, my mom would have me in the kitchen, but my brother was nowhere to be seen. Cooking and learning to cook for yourself is a good skill that everybody should have, no matter if you're a boy or a girl. Growing up, I was sheltered because my mom was very protective of me. I did go outside when I was young, but I had to come back inside before the street lights were out, which was okay. But I didn't really hang out with a lot of people in school and stuff or outside of school. But that led me to being a little bit of a rebel child because I didn't really want my childhood to be taken away whenever I was younger. I didn't necessarily do these things out of making my mom mad or her blood pressure to rise for no reason. But so today I want to ask you guys, why do you guys think our culture is harder on women? Do you think there's something traditionally or back home that you guys put so much pressure on women? Like, why is that?
They put the big pressure on you. It's like a two different way. One, your brother, they can learn cook, but if they don't learn it even 20%, it's not gonna affect him because he man, they're gonna be married, but they have to know about the kitchen stuff because in the case his wife sick or something like that, they can try to assist his wife to do what he learned. But for grow in our culture, you have to be training to be cooking, nice cooking. Because if you don't know how to cook, some husband or husband family, they can make divorce even on you. Like you don't know even how to cook. Your mother don't train you to cook and something like that. Wherever he can marry, they can be independent in her own self. They know how to cook. They know how to bring the visitor in the house. They know how to do everything in the house. That's why from the cooking part, this is the reason why. But for men, it's easy because man is going to marry somebody and they can cook for him. But for ladies, you have to cook. You have to clean.
For the cooking and the boys and said the girl, some African culture, they believe that the girl is going to be married. Therefore, she doesn't have to be well educated. That was then. Like, it's very hard to put the girl through the school because they were like, long as she's 15 or 16, she's going to go to her husband's house. If you're grown up, I mean, like until you're 20 something, you're well educated. Like your mind is, but if you're back home, yeah, you're married and you're going to have children. And they said the woman always in the kitchen. Where they're wrong. They're wrong about that one. Because the woman doesn't have to be in the kitchen. The woman can be anywhere. They can be in the office. They can be a lawyer. They can be a doctor. They can be anything. Look at my brilliant auntie. Yes, guys, the woman can do anything. And this thing that the boy is better than the girl, yes, 85% of African, I don't care what country you come from, they do the same thing. There is no difference. But we want to talk about this because we need the change. Because now the girls, they do better than the boys either. And I'm going to go back to my auntie to complete that. Again, before Gracie conclude everything.
So let me talk to the education part. If you have 5 children, like your mindset, I would say, if you have 3 girls and 2 boys, you have to put the all education through the boy. That thing, we are like a woman in Africa, including United Arab Emirates. That's why you cannot find a lot of women in politics. You cannot find them like a lawyers. You cannot find them like a doctors a lot. You cannot find them anywhere in any competition. Because already they just manipulate them. Don't go to school. Even you don't go to school, it's fine. Let your brother go to school. But in my own way, I don't like that because right now, they grow already they are coming very strong more than the men in education challenges, especially here now in the United States of America. You can see even 95% the people want to succeed, they are women. You can see them governors. You can see them big commissioners. You can see them judge. You can see them like lawyers. But our culture, I don't know why, but we have to ask ourselves why. Entire Africa reason we bring that thing up, because for me, I'm staying half and half. I know the African culture fully, and then the Arab culture too. They're treating the lady different to go to school. But now, things is changing. Like us now in America, our children, it's very difficult to be in Africa because possible.
What happened?
Any break mistake can happen everywhere in Africa, in North America, everywhere. Pregnancy, they can be happen to grow. That they call a mistake. And then if you kick your girl out because she get pregnant, that you committed crime automatically. Because, like for example, 17-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl, they get pregnancy. That husband maybe is not ready for take care of her. And now you are already committed crime for 2 life. Your daughter life plus the baby. Because I know 100% here in America, they grow in that age, they can be going crazy, they can be going even eating drugs, drink alcohol, and everything you can let your daughter to hell because they get pregnant. But that we are like our people, I'm talking like we are like our mothers or father in overseas, America, Canada, Australia, wherever you already adopt from your country, you are responsible for that two crime. Anyway, if you do that, if you are the foreign, you are responsible for that crime.
Wait, Auntie, how does this go with the topic?
The girl is better
They
than
grow why they treat them better than boys. And I'm just saying this because the boy and I bring the pregnancy in the same place.
So,
If
how
the boy-
But I'm gonna hit the boys, or I'm in the grow part. We are like a foreign. If something happen like that, you have to take responsibility and talk to your daughter. Told her like, if that married, the person is not ready to marry you. I don't want you to go like crazy in the street, and I'm have the deal with you. I can help you take care of your baby, and I want you to go to finish your education. So you have to take responsibility from your daughter. For example, that example for the girl is not for the boy. I'm coming back to the boy.
we're gonna talk about the boys a little bit. I did want to talk about the girls aspect of things, like more before we talk about the boys, but she did talk about like basically education, the marriage system, and how women, like the girls, what they go through back home, and how that scene like is different. How girls are being raised in Africa versus how it is here. Do you think the girl's behavior reflects the whole family? If so, why does it not work both ways for the boys? Like the boys can make lots of mistakes versus if a girl makes one mistake, it's like terrible, talk of town, everybody knows what's.
Number one, let me correct the girl mistake. If you get pregnant, some families think you just embarrass them. Why you grow and you get pregnant? And this is the issue. Back home in Africa, even here, it's like that. Some families like that. But some families now, they realize they have to do right thing to their children. Like I'm explaining later, if something happen like that, you have to sit your daughter down and tell her and try to make her to do what you want her to do. Because if they grow pregnant in age of 17, it's not even finished the high school. If the age is 18, it's finished high school and go to college. You have to take responsibility for your baby to send your girl back to school. But the boy, if they pregnant, they grow because the African they believe like, okay, my son, they get pregnant, they grow, I'm gonna be responsible. The family, the boy family, they say, I'm going to be responsible. They're going to take the pregnancy for his son, girlfriend, and they're going to take care of that pregnancy. But according to your question, I'm saying it's not fair because it's like the same mistake. And now you take care of the boy and you kick out your girl because she get pregnant and you call her disrespectful. Okay, your baby is disrespectful too, in different way. But just like something happened like that, you have to make it fair. You have to make everything fair. Let everybody be treated, especially in pregnant part. That one, the way I'm trying to mean.
Okay, and what do you think, Mom? So basically, I asked, does the girl's behavior reflect on the whole family?
First of all, in every family, they don't want the girl to be educated and proud in everything, but in the same time, the girl is carrying the family proud. They carry the reputation. So if the girl got pregnant or she went in different way drinking and alcohol and everything, it will weigh, they feel like they will weigh everything that they've been doing all the way down to the mud. That's the way they feel. That's the reason why they don't treat them fairly. They don't treat them like a boy, because the boy can do anything and they can be forgiving. The girl is always judged. And then guess what? When the girl do something, they will turn it back to the mom. They will be the mama problem. Oh, your mama did not teach you right. You know, you disrespectful because your mama did not raise you right.
They do that for the boys too.
Well, they do that, but not common. Yeah, it's aware. So that's the reason why we have to talk about those issues, because the girl, even though they don't want to educate them that much, even though they're holding them back, the girl is the family pride. They feel like if the girl got pregnant, the value is going to be low. You know, when you're getting married, they're going to say, oh, she have a child. You know, therefore, you might not get respected in your husband's house. A lot of people, they're not going to stand with you in a lot of things. They will say that, why you marry somebody who already have a children, who already, you know, disrespectful, who already, he doesn't listen to his family, who already drinking, who already smoking, who already all this stuff. They will bring it out. Mm-hmm. And therefore, you're not going to be respected in your family house. Everything that you do, they will put it in your head. Even in your own home, they may bring it to your head. They bring sometimes fight, it brings divorce, it brings separation, it will get you anxiety, it will give you a depression. All this stuff included into that.
So basically, the reputation is a way of survival because you base a lot of the girl's value or life really on
the chance that her getting married is excluding the child. If that girl does not respect herself and everything, they will immediately attack the family.
The biggest reason why these big double standards are is because the girl is what brings value to the family, because they're the ones that basically, in a way, money from the marriage.
Yes. I mean, really, it's not about money. It's about reputation. It's about dignity. It's about respect. Or if I'm mistaken, auntie can answer that.
You already have your baby, and you have somebody come dating to you, and the first question gonna ask you, this your baby, where is his father? You're gonna explain, I'm have the baby, and maybe I'm get pregnant by mistake, and that is not my choice. And some men, if they love you, the same love they love you through your baby. Some men, they show you love. If you have children, they love your kids. Whatever they get married to you, some men look after your children, your daughter.
And they can mess them
More
up.
than look after you, because you are the wife. And now you come like you have a girl, you go to marry, and you have that girl in your hand. And now that is issues. It's developed a lot in Southern Sudanese community. You know,
I feel like
sometimes you see some people, if something happen like that, they let it gonna surrender to something called marriage, and they're gonna go single mom to take care of her children in fairness. That is the reason. Because some men, they just showing you love for nothing if you have kids. And whatever you have that children, they get in his house, it's not gonna treat that girl exactly like her girl. In many different way. Some of them, they like to be already dating with you and it's your mother husband. And a lot happen already going on like that. That is why, like, if you have baby, especially a girl, and you get another married, put in your mind about your daughter first. If you get married, watch closely. Follow your daughter, what she's doing wrong and what she's doing good, what the husband treat your daughter, and what you like and what you don't like it. The wealthy families, if already the daughter have baby, some family, the mother family, they're taking the responsibility for the baby, you get it before your second marriage. And you're gonna help them. Because that is a lot of issue going on with that. And it's not only this, even for boys. If you bring the baby from outside, you come to that marriage and you have the baby, you can see already the way your husband treat that baby in different way. In another kid he have with you. They're gonna treat his own children. He have with you in different way. And it's no matter you as his boy or girl, you can see already you are like a mother, you can see. That's why my advice to everybody outside there, because the mistake, we are the ladies, all of us, we have the mistake. If something happen like that, you have children in different husband, and you get to another marriage, don't be blind to look after that marriage. You think like it's a pair on your other kids you coming from. So you have to watch very closely to take care of your children when you bring it from some husband and you just get like a second marriage. Because that are a big issue. It's big issue even offending me for another example. I'm not gonna do it here, but that is a very important part. If you are the woman, you get married. Okay. You get married, you have to, yes.
Finish.
Yeah. You have to watch out your children when you bring it from different husband. So that just I can add to whatever Julia said. Yes, it's a lot already happening like that with the woman, but you have to be strong. You are the woman, have the children, you have to be strong. If it's not working, you have to choose one thing. Don't lose your children. You can go back to be a single mom and take care of your children in fairness.
Did you want to say anything?
Yes, I just want to add to whatever Auntie was saying. Everything that she said is true, because you're bringing a child with you. If it's the girl, if it's the boys, some men, they can abuse that child really badly. They can molest them. They can sexual assault them. In our community, there is people doing that. So when you see the single parents, they say, I'm single parents, don't judge them. Do not judge them, because they know the pain they went through until they got that decision that they had to be by themselves. Some men, they treat you like, like they're not respecting you. Some men, they molested your children. Some men, they're touching your son. Some men, they do all that. Just because you come with that child from somebody else, it doesn't mean that you have to do that for that child.
I did want to talk about something I was thinking about, but it's more like my perspective on why I feel like it's probably difficult for maybe you guys to raise us in this country. I think it's really because you come with all these traditions and values and things, and you're saying, okay, girls can't have education over there, but here girls can have education. Or back there, you can't get married if you don't know how to cook or clean, but here you can get married if you don't know how to cook or clean either.
There is a McDonald's.
So I feel like it's more like us thinking like, not necessarily like you guys are lying, because these things can be true, but it is something that we grapple with. Mm-hmm.
For example, if you don't know how to cook, it's not about you cannot get married. You're gonna get married, but you're gonna have difficult
abuse and everything.
You're gonna have curse from your sister-in-law, from your brother-in-law, even your husband. Look at her. They don't know even how to cook. They don't know even how to clean. It's not gonna stop you to go to marriage. But you're gonna get married, but you're gonna find kind of stuff like this.
Okay, so I feel like that's why people date in the U.S., but back in Sudan, it's not normal to be in a relationship with people. I knew that before I even been on my first relationship, but it's not normal for.
His daddy tried to kill the guy.
But
No.
yeah,
He
but I
said-
think that's why, like,
He
whenever,
said, I'm going to jail. I'm going to kill
like in the U.S., it's like kind of opposite, you know?
Yeah.
It's a different tribe because we are 64 tribe. If I'm talking about South Sudan, I don't know how the Dinka tribe treat their girl if they bring boyfriend dating with their daughter. I'm talking about my own tribe. You cannot be dating with somebody and bring that person in the house. In Bari tribe, it's a crime if they catch you outside talking with the men outside. That disrespect. You have to tell your parent like, hey, mama, I have a boyfriend and I'm inviting him. They're gonna come to the house. That I'm talking about the Bari tribe. Okay, in that point, everybody in this family, they're gonna aware Gracie have his boyfriend. They come in to the house. It's not coming like come to do something to you,
Coming
but
to
just
visit, to visit.
they're gonna respect you. They cast you outside in the street. So they're gonna even give you a private place. You're gonna be there talking and everything. And wherever you finish talking, your husband, your boyfriend, if they wanna go home, you cannot follow your boyfriend all the way down there to whatever place. Just open the door and say bye. That's it. After they come to cross your family like they wanna marry you, and you're gonna be in that custody to after everything finish.
Okay, so it's more like kind of like making sure that both sides of the families know these people are seeing each other, or what is
Your
you have to be
boyfriend
open
family
with your
too.
family, yeah.
Your boyfriend family too. If you wanna go to your boyfriend house, your boyfriend gonna tell their family like, hey, mom and dad and sister, I'm gonna bring my girlfriend here. That I'm talking about my tribe. But you are not bringing the girlfriend. Just you come to visit, and you're gonna be in front of people, cook and help people for doing things. If your time come, you're gonna say bye and you're gonna go. And more likely your boyfriend, if they have car, they're gonna drive you to wherever you're coming from. And it's going to be a time. Gracie, you're going to your boyfriend's house. What time you gonna be home? And that alarm they're gonna be set up. 1 minute you are late. Then you're doing something why you are not here like 6 o'clock. You know, it's like that.
You want to add anything?
Well, she said all,
Yeah.
she said all of it. I remember when I was with my husband, he will come over there in my brother's house. My brother, he was mean. He was a military mean. He will tell my husband like, what are you doing here? And he was like, oh, I'm coming here to see Cyril and Saturday. Oh, man, get the hell out of here. I'm going to get the gun.
Yep.
He said, I'm going to get the gun and shoot her. And my husband is shaking. All the time when he come there, he's shaking like crazy. Like crazy. But when I go to the house, to the family house, they're good with me. And they like me. They still love me today. Auntie is right about everything, guys. That's exactly how the girl and the boy, they treat them. They're supposed to be equal because in this is equal, but sometimes the girl feel like they treat them different. Yes, and some families they treat them different, but I hope we're gonna change that. I hope we're gonna fix that so we can treat them all the same because now the girl is just educated just as the boys and they're better, you know.
Whenever growing up, I was more involved with my sisters and stuff, like helping them, whatever, but my brother really wasn't. And I feel like it was almost like an expectation of me to do all these things for them, which I don't mind, but sometimes it feels forced. It makes you feel almost unappreciated in a way whenever you do things for them and you don't acknowledge it, or almost kind of making the first daughter feel like a second mom or something. That's like something a lot of people.
Let me answer this. So, because when you have an older daughter, it's like second mom. Because if I fell sick, or I die, or anything happened, immediately that girl, she can be falling in my place to help the younger sibling.
But why does it start so young?
Well, in Africa, you can leave your kid with the neighbor. You can go anywhere without thinking about somebody's going to come and kidnap your child, somebody is going to come and rape your child. But here in diaspora, if you don't trust your own, you can't trust anybody out there. So basically, that's the reason why we put the pressure in our. Or if I don't have a girl and Brian is the older, the men cannot do what the women do. For example, changing the diaper, making the milk. The girl can learn very quick, but the boy, it had to take me a couple months before he learned one thing. That's the reality. You know, for me to teach a boy to change a diaper, it might take me 6 months just to do the one whole thing. But for the girl, you tell her, mommy, do this 1 and 2 and 3, and she will take it and she will learn very quick. That's the reason why. Because you don't have the whole patience to just teach anybody to do this, even in our husband. The same thing. Like for the man to learn how to deal with the child is difficult. And that's the reason why we lean in the girl. If you have an older girl, we lean into her because she learned very quickly and she can do stuff correctly.
Do you feel like you're failing the son because he's also missing out on how he's gonna have a daughter or son one day? How is he gonna help his wife take care of the kid?
Well,
he's gonna lay back and just put his feet up every time?
Because when you put the baby in any man's hand, they were like, it's so tiny. I can't take it. I can't do it. Imagine, your baby can fall out.
So you guys
that,
don't really trust men with kids?
No,
We don't.
a lot of men, it's according to the men heart. Some men already, it's like 30%. They can be like a woman, take care of his children and everything. But another percentage, like whatever your mom say. And then like I'm have another part I want to add it to it. Because that thing is abuse my mind for what is going on. Back home, our life is easy if you have children. Because, for example, you went outside and did something wrong. My neighbor, they can punish you.
Yeah.
They can punish you, and after punishment, they're gonna bring you.
And
They're gonna tell me like, Farida, I'm found Gracie doing 1, 2, 3, and I'm punish her. I'm gonna shake that man's head. Oh, thank you so much. So, here in diaspora, it's very difficult. That is why our children killing themselves. Our children going through a lot of problem. Do you see what the Gracie do? Gracie told me like already she doing 1, 2, 3. That is why you can see everybody, even you cooking in your own problem, especially for the kid.
Yeah.
You can try to tell anybody about your children's history. Because if you tell them your children's history, they're gonna be a movie, they're gonna be a music upside down. And even that children wanna try to change themselves. If they found that thing upside there and they come from the mother mouth, that baby never gonna change herself.
Yep.
Because they're gonna say, okay, whatever I'm doing it, my mom or my father talk about it, then maybe I'm useless.
Yes.
And let me do more, you know. That is why here in diaspora is very hard. That is why I'm saying, me, myself, I'm like America, but I'm hate America with the people hypocrisy. They call like all Southern Sudanese. They put you together like a chicken, call you South Sudanese. And then if you want to try to trust someone, they don't even know you, you want to try to tell that person your problem, they're going to be already a music and a movie. If I'm hit your mom, I can throw the all garbage under your mom, and I didn't know her. That on the one part, I'm hidden in America. I don't like it. Because if even back home there in my country, it's not about even the Bari people, all of them, we're going to know each other. If I went, for example, I went to Jebel Ladu village. People from there, they're going to ask me, they say, oh, that girl is a beautiful. Where is she coming from? I'm going to say, oh, I'm coming from Sindiro. That's it. Because Bari people over there, they don't know you. And the connection between you and another state, Bari people living in it is going to be maybe a married or something else. And just you're going to have connection for the people when they married your daughter or your son married in that family. You're going to be just having connection there. That's why we're having a lot of problem in America. You cannot even say any word to talk to somebody like sister, told her your problem with your children. And back home there is easy. We have uncle. If your uncle see your mistake, they're going to punish you without no question. And they can explain later. You have your auntie from both sides, from your mom, from your father. That is why now Raising children here in diaspora is a very hard part because it's very, seriously very
Difficult
to deal with, Because sometimes back home there, they say if you don't listen to your mom, if you have your auntie, you have your uncle, even the neighbor, but here they call the name friend. If you put your life for friend hand, the friend gonna play the role, they can put you to hell. For all you are thinking like, oh, my friend, I'm have this, and you need to know what kind of friend. If you have that friend, for example, if they can be me. I'm have friend, I'm have to know that friend very, very, very well. If I didn't know her, I can be friend. They don't know what I'm going through. I don't even need to know what she's going through. That is the problem here in that country. We are fixed. That is why our children in trouble because they cannot help. They cannot have help from anybody.
Did you want to say anything about that?
what she says is true.
We're talking about double standards,
No,
boys and girls.
But-
She just talked about the diaspora and how the
Raising
community back
children.
home raises
Yeah,
their children.
so yeah,
versus
the
here.
community back home. I remember when I used to go to school, and then you did something bad. We're scared to bring one of our uncle because he is bad. So what we did, we take our neighbor because we did not get to beat out because me and my uncle daughter, and then the neighbor tell my uncle. So guess what? The neighbor, first of all, he beat us up. And then he come and tell my uncle beat us up. Then he come and tell my brother, and my brother beat us up. There is one time we have to put a lot of clothes in our body. We thought baby we would when he got beat up, so it's not going to be painful. But guess what? They know that we have clothes under clothes. They had to take it out. So that's the reason why I said the baby when in your belly is your own baby, but when it's out, it takes a village to raise a child. So that's the difference between here and there, back home. Like Auntie said, we meet in the marriages, we meet in the graduation, we meet in the gathering. That's the only thing is gonna connect people. We don't connect with everybody like that. But here they bring everybody and put it as South Sudanese. But everybody have a different culture, different belief, different the way to raise the children. Everything is different. So we are mixed, and anybody that even doesn't know you, like Auntie said, they can talk about you like they know you. They don't. But they just want to destroy you. If I have problem, I'm supposed to go to my friend, to tell her like, my daughter or my son going through that. What do you think, what I should do? Instead of advising you, she might tell you one thing and two. Before you even finish leaving her house, she's going to be communicating with other people. And guess what? That child is going to hurt that in anywhere, and that's embarrassment. And then it's going to even destroy that child more than before.
Be quiet.
And then the other thing is the community. The community is supposed to fix children, parents, family issues. But here in this country, you cannot tell community about nothing because you will be destroyed to the pieces. Even the church, you cannot tell the church. Like in Africa, you go to the church, you tell, pastor, I need you guys to pray for me, I'm this and this and this. He will keep it to himself. But here, our Sudanese churches, they're the most they can destroy you to pieces. So you will not even gonna feel like you are welcome in anywhere. You do not want to go anywhere. You do not want to deal with anything. That's the stuff that we're facing here.
Yeah. Like, let me add the orphan issue. Like me, I don't see my father. I'm just born 3 months later after my father died. My father died, they leave my mom with a pregnancy. And I'm last baby. And I'm already acting like I don't want to cross anybody line. From I'm a small person to after now, and don't cross my line. That's it. One time happened something because I'm raising in the village. My uncle, all of them, they love me. And I'm mixing flour with the stone. And I'm getting tired. I don't know what to do. I'm just saying, like just mix it with the stone.
What is that called? Like pounding the
You have to mix it to come like a powder.
You have to pound it.
Yes. And then tired, I'm trying to think. I don't know what I can do with another flower. I want to look for the rug house. They place the rug because in the village, you can see the rug already they go in there, and that place is all the way down there. Take the old part of the dry flour and put it in that place.
So she doesn't have to pound it.
Let my mom don't pound. And they send Nimil. I don't know how my mom followed this place. They see already at the end, a lot of flour they coming out the end, bring them out. And my mom they start to realize why that end they bring a lot of flour. My mom went there and they opened that place bigger. They found the dry flour. My mom come from there. They start beating me and I'm run. My uncle came in from somewhere in the bush. Oh, why? Why are you running like this? I'm saying my mom beat me. Why they beat you? I'm saying I don't know.
But exactly you don't.
Yes, I don't know.
After she just told us the whole story about why.
My uncle, they have some, like a yard, long yard like that. You can fix the houses with that yard in the village. My uncle bring it that stuff and they hold my hand. They start talking like, I don't know why your mother treating you like that. And I'm told them, my uncle what my mom doing to me. My uncle collect the whole information. They say, okay, I'm here you. And that's why you run, right? I'm saying yes. You don't want to go to take care of the thing in the ground, like fino and the sunflower. You don't want to go there to take care of the animal. They cannot eat them. And your mom posting you, right? I'm saying yes. My uncle take one of this year. They start beating me. They beat me, beating. I'm already regretting. I'm saying if I don't run out from my mom they cannot beat me the way the guy beat me. You know? and they keep my hand. They take me to my mom. You see, my mom name is Sukeyi. Do you see? Do you see how the woman suffer because of you? Your father is not alive. This woman, they're going to bush like 5 o'clock in the morning. They're coming 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And you're here acting, they told you to mix flour and you put the old flour in the wrong house. How that one happened? Oh my God. If that happened in America, the children here in America, sometimes they bully us guys. Your children outside there. I'm really, sometimes you guys bully us. Because whatever my history I'm telling you, if here in this country, my mom, they can be in jail, I can create the anxiety, like I'm having anxiety for whatever happened. One day making person do right thing. Because you're gonna learn from the first discipline, they beat you and they talk to you everything, tell you about wrong and good. That is why we are African women, especially we are very strong because of all this. If this one here in America, that is a child abuse. I can have anxiety. But they beat me and tomorrow I'm just acting like nothing happened. I don't have anxiety after now.
So now we're going to move on and talk about basically how do you think the boys have been affected by the double standards put on the girls?
How they get affected?
The boys always, even back home there, especially in your generation, it's very difficult to handle them. Even back home, people eating drug in America, people drinking in Australia or wherever. I went to South Sudan, 2023. I don't see the difference. Here, if they're allowed to go to rehabilitation, they can go to rehab. But back home, if your baby is drinking, they can drink to the end of his life. They're going to be buried him because of drinking. Because it's not health in there. That's why you see already a lot of boys everywhere. It's very difficult to learn. And then if they learn in hard time, they're going to change to be a good person. You cannot believe like that on the person before doing this.
So you don't think it has anything to do with being lenient on them, but allowing for them to do more and stuff, like the fact that they're in a position where they're not doing as good, do you think it has to do with the way that you raised your daughter to be stronger than the man?
But it's considered to the father. Every strong family, that two people is responsible. they can be a man or a lady. They are responsible. Our believing, like, if you have a strong father, they're gonna treat his son, what is he doing, and bring it in front of the son and raising his family up. And if the baby do wrong, they're gonna bring that boy, they're gonna punish him. Like, look, I don't want whatever you're doing it. I don't like it. They're gonna make himself like an example. You know, that's why they blame for taking care of children. Some blame they're coming to us like our parents. Like, for example, your mom said that before. Every woman, they often are more to the girl. And if you are husband and wife, you're supposed to do the same thing to the boy. Like, whatever you're doing, you have to teach your boy to do the same thing. But some men, they don't doing it already. Like Sudanese men, they don't doing it already.
So you think it's...
They come at difficult, how the boy gonna learn responsibility. Some of them, they're doing it, but some of them is not doing it.
Okay. And what do you want to say?
So how the boys get affected, right?
Yeah.
The way get affected because we have a lot of boys who are raised in anywhere. If you do not find a responsible dad, he's not going to tell you what to do. Basically because I have obligation to teach my daughter how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of the family, how to act. The man is supposed to teach his son what he's supposed to do. How they gotta take care of how to take care of the stuff outside, if his car, if his yard, if his wife one day and everything. But they're failing in that. And that's the reason why our children, our boys, were really affected because they do not know what to do and they don't know how to do it because they're not taught. That's the real affection. And it transferred to when they're married, they don't know what to do because they're affected with everything that they grow in because they did not taught what to do. And that is going to lean to the husband. Yes, we are mom, we can tell our boys what to do and what they to do, but we have a limit. There is a stuff that we don't understand. Only the man can understand. And that's the man's job. So, sorry guys. If the girl did not know how to cook or clean up, they will blame the woman. If the man did not come very good, instead of blaming the man, they're going to blame the woman too. But in the past, the man did not do his job. And our boys, they're failing so badly that sometimes they do not know how to take care of their own family when they're grown up. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to help their wife if they're sick. They don't know how to take care of children. They don't know anything about anything.
Picking the right person and making sure that the person will be able to transfer those good values to both the girls and the boys, and having someone active in your child's life, because that's important too. Not just the mom. We love the moms. We love the moms, but sometimes even the girls, they need their dad too.
Yeah.
You know? So I do want to talk about maybe some solutions that we can tell people, or what are some solutions you think to end these double standards and help the boys and the girls feel more confident?
First of all, we have to treat the girl and the boy the same. Second of all, our husband, they have to change and they have to take the responsibility to teach the boys what they're supposed to do and what to expect and all that stuff. So the men, they have to step up the game. Because if they're not, we are not raising a good boys, basically. Because we can teach them some stuff, but there is stuff that we can't teach the boys. Only the dad, they have to teach them. It doesn't matter if you with the mom or you do not. You're not supposed to run away from your responsibility as the father. And the girl, they love the father to show them who to love by loving them, by being with them, by showing them what kind of man they have to look for to get married to. Because if my father did not show me love, did not show me any affection, I didn't see him love my mom, I don't know what man I'm looking for.
If you are the father, you have to make your children your friends. Because no matter girl or boy, for example, just some girls, if they find good father, they like to deal with father than they dealing with his mother and her mother. But the problem is, if you are not a children friend, you don't know anything about friendship of your kids, like a father. If children change their mind, like they don't like you, they're gonna turn around their mother, especially not for single mom. That you just the mother want the training him to be acting like that, or the training my children to be acting like that. For example, I'm half separate or divorced, and we're carrying the children together like a husband. Here in America, you can see the divorced parent or separate parent, if they went even to restaurant, they eat together, they don't show there are differences. But for us, like Southern Sudanese, if you do divorce or have children, your children confused in the middle. Because the father come over there for drama, like, oh, your mother do this and even do that to me. But that is not true. I am the woman. If I don't have love with you for what you're treating me with, and I'm letting you go, for the end of the day, we still fighting because I'm have children with you. Even your children told you something wrong if you're a man, always just told your son or your daughter, you know, for the end of the day, this is your father. Let our men don't develop the divorce or separation problem to mess up the children, because I'm seeing that one a lot too. With the single mother hand, they confuse the children in the middle. The father, they're going to say whatever they want to the mother, and then the mother going to say whatever they want to the children. But we are Southern Sudanese, we don't know how to deal with that kind of stuff. This is our big problem too in here. If you get separate or you got divorced, you know, the children are going to be in the middle. But we have to change that. I'm single mom. You do good. You want to do whatever you're doing to your father, it's not my problem. Because this is your father. The same thing you do to me, let don't be problem to your father. It's supposed to be like that. But that we have to change. If we divorce or we separate, still we having love with our children. Don't tell our differences to our children. If you are the woman or you are the man, don't say the differences to our children. Because whatever children already want, they grow up and they know your problem, even you don't mess their brain out, they know who are you. Because good in America, even you divorce the man. You know, in the U.S. Constitution, if the man taking care of your children by court, you are useless mother automatically. You are not a good mother. But always, 100%, the mother caring the children.
All right. So yeah, I would say that for the solutions, I would say equal responsibilities for both genders around the house. That's basically a big thing. I feel like we were discussing, and also like building, I guess, like a more of a safe space for kids to feel welcome, be okay to communicate, and, you know, express themselves, both the boys and the girls, because, you know, as we spoke in previous episodes, and how boys kind of go through some type of like emotional suppression. Thank you guys so much, and thank you to our guest here.
Yes, and thank you for watching the Healing Table.
See you next episode. Bye.